Episode 1. Marcus. Such a beautiful world, different from the Earth, where people don't have magic, but there was a treasure of more powers than that, through which everyone here wanted to have their rule over Marcus. The one who was most powerful here. He used to make laws, and the weak had to obey those laws. One of the most well-known Marquesan kingdoms was the Ohan Kingdom, and Mesodoria City was a very important city of Ohan Empire. A crowd of hundreds of people had gathered today in an open field in the city of Mesodoria. All this through Shakti Stambh. They wanted to test the stars' respective powers. There was 9 stars on this pillar. Only after obtaining these, you could move to the next rank of powers. Dhruv had found the 9th star on the Shakti Stambh 3 years ago. But suddenly his powers stopped at the 3rd star. And since then, Dhruv was working hard to get the Norway star back. To test the power of your star, Dhruv was standing in a crowd of hundreds of people waiting for his turn. Close both your fists. Closing his fists, Dhruv reassured himself by saying, "This year I have worked very hard. This time my powers will definitely reach the 9th star again. It will definitely reach. Today I will go beyond rank 0 and become Eklavya." Just then an announcement echoed in everyone's ears. And now the next person to test his powers is Dhruv. As soon as Dhruv's name was called, he came out from the crowd of people. And slowly taking my steps forward, he started moving towards a big rocky pillar placed at a height whose name was Shakti Stambh. After reaching right in front of the Shakti Stambh, many things were going on in Dhruv's mind. When Dhruv was just 5 years old, from then onwards, he started practicing. And by the age of 10, he had reached the 9th star. Then at the age of 2, he moved from 0 rank to Eklavya rank. This was the first time in the 100-year history of Shaurya Dal when a 10-year-old child becomes Eklavya. But after that, something happened that suddenly this Eklavya, once again, it came down to 0 rank. Thinking all this, Dhruv touched the palm of his right hand, moved forward to be placed on the Shakti Stambh. Then he closed his eyes and placed his palm on built-on power pillar, placed on the Shakti chakra. After some silence, a voice echoed in Dhruv's ears. 3rd star? Power even less? Most disappointing performance from Dhruv this time too. As soon as Dhruv heard this voice, the ground slipped beneath his feet. He couldn't believe his ears. As soon as he opened his eyes, 2 words coined on Shakti Stambh, the 3rd star, shattered his dreams. He could not understand at all how this could have happened. This time he had worked harder than ever before. Dhruv, standing in front of the Shakti Stambh, said to himself in confusion, No, this cannot happen. This cannot happen at all." Dhruv, angry with himself, said this again. I placed my palm on the Shakti Stambh 2 to 3 times, and observed. But every time he saw the same star in front of his eyes, which had been robbing him of his sleep for the last 3 years. Meanwhile, someone from the crowd of hundreds of people standing in the field shouted, "Hey, 0 rank, come on down now. If the star of the powers would rise by repeatedly placing one's hand on the Shakti Stambh, then you wouldn't have been on the 3rd star for the past 3 years." As soon as he said this, many people started laughing at Dhruv with loud laughter. These peals of laughter echoed throughout the field, piercing Dhruv's ears like arrows. Dhruv started moving his steps forward to get out from there. But now, with all their laughter ringing in his ears, many taunts also started being heard. "Why, brother? Dhruv has proved it once again. That it was 0 for the last 3 years is 0, and will remain 0 in future too. He became a hero by mistake at such a young age." "Yes, brother, you are absolutely right. And according to me now, the value of this 0 in our Shaurya Dal. And according to me now, the value of this 0 in our Shaurya Dal, it is nothing less than garbage. What you Arendra, the brave leader of our Shaurya Dal, is his father. Our saying is right, but look at our helplessness too. If this did not happen, We would have thrown him out of Mesodoria a long time ago. Taunts coming out of people's mouths. They were creating restlessness and anxiety in Dhruv's heart. This nervousness was now clearly visible on his face too, which her best friend Ish, who was present there, had also sensed. Ira came out from the crowd, and he placed his hand on Dhruv's shoulder. The next moment their eyes met, due to which Dhruv's restlessness reduced a little. Soon both of them started walking together. He started leaving the field. Dhruv was moving towards his home, Shaurya Mahal. Then Ira encouraged Dhruv, who was looking sad, and said, "Dhruv, you shouldn't be bothered by what those people say. I have..." Seeing his sad face, he understood everything. He stopped his conversation there and went to Dhruv. Arvind hugged his son Dhruv and said, "It doesn't matter, Dhruv. You are my son. You will definitely succeed next time. Don't lose courage." At this time, all the people sitting in the court of Shaurya Mahal had their eyes set on Dhruv. Super Yoda, Shu, Super Warrior. Then suddenly a girl in a blue gown, with her long steps, she entered this court of Shaurya Mahal. With her long steps, she entered this court of Shaurya Mahal. Super Yoda. Super Warrior. The name of this girl was Lara Jean. Lasha's grandfather had been a brave general of the Ohan Empire, and Lara was the would-be leader of Amber Dal. The Amber Party was one of the most powerful parties in the Ohan Empire. This was the first time in history that someone, at such a young age, Amber was going to become the leader of the group. Seeing Lara in front of him, he and all the people Arvind was also surprised, because everyone knew that she was not an ordinary girl. Rather, she was the future leader of Amber Dal. Lara suddenly arriving at the palace like this, no one was able to understand. Yet seeing him coming towards them, the chief of the Shaurya Dal, Arendra, said, "You are welcome, Lara." No letter. No news. Just like this all of a sudden, is everything okay? On this question of Arendra, Lara snapped her fingers with her right hand and said, pointed to his bodyguards. As soon as they got the signal, they all took a step